And welcome back to the channel. So we have a dock, a cloning dock. This is for M.2. Now if you don't know what an M.2 is, I'm going to show you right now. That's an M.2. It's a little tiny hard drive. That's 2 terabytes by the way, so it's not that small. And these, at the time of making this video, is probably the fastest way you can read write to A and B by using one of these. And they're very good for storage. They're not 100% reliable. Eventually they do decay and things can go wrong. So you might want to think about buying something like this. It's a cloning dock. Also, as these grow in size, like I said, this is a 2 terabyte, and you can now get 4 terabytes and even bigger than that. So if you have a 1 terabyte and you want to go up to a 2 terabyte or to a 4 terabyte, you might again want one of these, because you can clone your C drive, which is your main drive, and copy it basically onto a new drive and then swap them over, providing you know how to do it. Now, what does it work on? Well, this dock should work on any, as far as I know, M.2, but we will get into it and find out a bit more, because I know very little about this little baby at the moment, apart from the box turned up damaged. Yeah, as you can see. So with that, let's do the unboxing and see exactly what you get for your money, honey. So it comes with a adapter for UK, which is quite clever. I quite like these ideas, because you know it saves them putting in different power sockets for different parts of the world. So you know, this is a 2-pin connection here, and that should go on there somehow. I think you have to do it at an angle of the dangle. I'm not sure which way. Where's the pins? Oh right, they need to go there. So I need to go. Come on. There you go. Go like that. Turn it and it's locked. So that's in place. Worked out in the end. So we have, before we get to the main unit, we have USB. What's that? USB, right, so that'd be probably 3.1, something like that, to USB Type-C connection. So that's probably your fastest way of transferring data if you didn't want to use the actual dock for both of the operations. I'll explain that in a second. And this, oh yeah, I cut my finger by the way, cleaning my fridge. And this is USB Type-C to USB Type-C, which would be even better than this one. I prefer USB Type-C to USB Type-C because, you know, if you're going to copy from the computer itself onto this, that'd be the quickest way of doing it. Well, that'd be the quickest way to do it if you didn't want to take your drive out. Let's have a look at the actual device itself. Oh yeah, some instructions of course, explaining everything. Something to bear in mind for safety reasons. Make sure you put the right one. So it says here source. So source is the one at the back. So you've got Oracle, source, target. So you pick your source, that's the one you're going to copy from. It's already got all the information on. You put it in there and you copy it to the target, which is that one there. Let me see if I can show you. So this will go in there like so. Yeah. And then your new drive will go in there. I need to make sure you understand this, because if you put your one that you want to copy from into the target and you put your new one into the source, it will delete everything. It will just format it and you'll have nothing. You will lose it all. So make sure you put your source in the source one, which is, you know, all the information's already on there, and then your target one, which is this one, in there. So this will be my target one, because as far as I know, there is an operating system on it, but it's an old one, and I want to copy from there onto that. And then what I'm going to do is do it all over again. Well, what I'm going to do is make sure it works first and then do it all over again. Right, so that goes in there, and then you need to sort one in there. Now we have some lights. We have a light on each one, just to say, probably to say that, you know, it's connected and working. And then you have a copy rate, so it starts off 25%, 50, 75 and 100. So when it gets to 100, it should be finished. I think they flash. I'm not sure because I haven't read the instructions. So we have DC power, 12 volts, PC in, and then we have a choice. We have clone or PC. So clone, PC. Yeah, see that? And then we have a start and we have power on and off. It has an aluminium casing to keep it extra cool, hopefully, or to extract as much heat as possible. That way it will work more efficiently and hopefully faster without any slowdowns. And it's got some little rubber feet on it. That's it. So let's go through it one more time. Power, PC in, which is a USB Type-C connection. We have a choice of PC copying or clone copying. We're going for PC copying to start with. We have a start button and we have an on off button. And yeah, that is it. Easy enough, yeah? But, like I've already said twice now, make sure you put in the one you're going to be copying from into the source and the one you're copying it on to into the target. I'm going to have a quick read the instructions just to make sure I don't miss anything, and then we'll have a go at cloning. Wish me luck. Right, so I did have a little practice of copying from my C drive that was on my PC straight onto this drive, and I thought it was going to take too long because there's a couple of things you need to do. One is you need to make sure the new drive's online, so when you plug it in, hopefully it comes up and says online. If it doesn't, you need to format it and put it online, which they do or do explain to you how to do that with the instructions, and they've done a nice job. Although it's a bit hard to see, but you know, me getting old, they do a nice job. They actually go into detail on how you need to do it and how to put it all, get it all ready, yeah. And then all you do is you copy your C drive onto the new drive, and there are constant pop-ups saying, you sure you want to do this, or you need administration authority and things like that, and you have to say okay, continue, blah blah blah. And then I thought it's going to take forever, so I decided not to go any further with that, but it does work. Just didn't get that far with actually copying it over. I thought, copy some of it over, I thought, nah, this is going to take far too long, so I'm not going to be doing that. But so what I decided to do, and I saved a bit of time here, is I've already took it out. This is my C drive. This is the Lexar EQ790, and I believe it's 2 terabytes. Oh, it's 4 terabytes. I beg your pardon, so it might not work. I didn't realise. So if it doesn't work, I've got another drive in there. Well, I've got another 3 drives in there. We'll try it on one of them. But let's see if we can copy this onto this. Now it does say in the instructions they should be either equal size or the new drive should be actually bigger with no partitions. So it might fail, but it'd be interesting. So you need to plug it in there, like so. Make sure it's nice and firm. Don't push it too hard to break it. Make sure you have it on clone, which it is. Make sure your old drive is in source, like I keep telling you, and the target one is the empty one that you're about to delete, and then you just press start. Now, reading the instructions, a couple of ways you can do this, depending on what unit you have. One is you just press it once, and it should just work, but we need to turn it on first. And the other one is you hold it in. So I'm going to try pressing it once I turn it on. So you turn it on, it should be a light, there's a light there to say it's there. You see that? I'm not sure if the camera picks it up. 2 blue lights, one there, and then I'm going to press it once, see what happens. Can't see any difference. I'm going to hold it in then. And there you go, so you've got to hold it in. The light's all flashed up. So, that should be working. I'm not going to record the whole process of it copying 25%, 50, 75 or 100. Just going to wait till it's finished and then we'll get back to the video, okay? Right, so that one did actually fail, and that is because the actual source is bigger than the target. I did warn you about that, didn't I? So we're going to try another one. This one is 2 terabytes and so is that one. So it should, in theory, just work. We're going to find out right now. So turn it on. That's what it says. Wait till you get the 2 lights. So you've got 2 blue lights there to say that it's reading it okay, which it is. Perfect. And then you press and hold, not press and release. I read a bit more. So you press and hold Wait till these all light up, like so, release, and it's flashing, see, that means it's working. So if you don't get that flashing, you know there's something wrong. And all it was the drive is too big to copy from A to B. See, and we're away. So it's flashing there, there and there. And I did find another light. There's a light on the side there. Don't know what it does. I've read the instructions, can't find nothing about it. So I'm guessing it's just to say it's got power. And away you go. So we're at 25%. Like I said earlier, I'm going to leave it alone, get back to it. It does say, it should take about approximately 20 minutes. And she's finished. So we have solid lights and it's on 100%, yeah? And they stop blinking. So when it's done all that, you know it's finished. I'm going to turn her off. Make sure you turn her off. Remove this. This is the one going back into the computer because this is the one that came out. What I'm going to do is leave this one on here, put everything back to normal, turn the computer on, and then connect this to see if it's got all the same data of what's on here. Just want to point something out. Now, when you copy from your C drive or from any drive, from the PC itself, from what I understand is you're not cloning it, you're just copying it. Now if you need to copy it from the actual computer itself or clone it from the actual computer itself, you may need a third-party software, something to bear in mind. Or you can do what I've done and take the disk out, slot it in there and then clone it like that, and that will copy everything exactly the same from the original to the new drive, providing it's the same size or bigger, like I keep telling you, right? Also, if you want to see how well it copied, you need to put it in. I don't think it matters which one you put it in, but you need to make sure it's on PC mode, plus you need to make sure that you're going to Disk Manager and put it online, like this, like it is now. So, read only, so you go like that, you right click, says offline, but it's online, and it's on read only. So there you go, it's all set up and ready to go. Online, online, online. So I have, what, 6 drives? It's number 5 that we're using at the moment. I'm going to move this out of the way, like so. And these are the 2 drives. So we copied from E drive, which is this little baby here, to the G drive, which is that one over there. And as you can see, 304 gigabytes used, 304 gigabytes used, 1.81 terabytes capacity, and that is exactly the same, 1.81 terabyte capacity. Like I said, you can go bigger, and these things are ideal for either keeping it the same size or using it as a backup in case you're frightened of losing your data, which can happen, by the way. So you could use this, like, I don't know, once a week or something. Just take the drives out, clone them, 20 minutes later, put them back again, and you've got a spare one, just in case. Just in case. So yes, it works perfectly. No issues. Like I said, the only thing you can't do, as far as I understand, is clone straight from the PC. But you can download software to do that if you needed to. So with that, as always, I'll stick a link in the video description below so you can go and check it out. And if you're thinking about buying one, let me know in the comments whether you're thinking about buying one, or if you did buy one because you watched my video. It'd be interesting to know if anyone does actually buy by watching my videos. So with that, if you like this video, you know what to do, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications, and have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching. It works.